Study found that plants in a crowded environment secrete chemicals into the soil that prompt their neighbors to grow aggressively away. And this is presumably to avoid being entangled. So when another plant is beside a plant in the ground, they communicate. But when you get too close, there's a secretion. In other words, it lets off a chemical. And when it lets off the chemical lets you know that this is somebody else's territory. Somebody else lives here. Somebody else operates here. You are not allowed here. Understand weeds. Weeds have a tendency that when weeds are in the ground, it moves around and it tries to strangle the roots of everything around it so that it becomes the dominant force. That's what the enemy does. He goes into a situation and he doesn't go down to establish himself. He goes down and he contaminates everything around him. And if you have a wonderful plot for your, like myself, wonderful plots for your nice flowers and your nice grass, when you start seeing weeds in your grass, if you leave the weed and you don't seed it, what happens is it goes down in the ground and it chokes and it kills everything around it. But interestingly, when you have strong wheat, grass, fruit trees, anything comes by, there's a signal that goes out that says you are not welcome here. You are not allowed to be here. You don't, this is not, you don't fit here. You what you're trying to do don't belong here. This is my territory. I live here. I rule here. It is interesting because if the other plant does not comply, what the plant does is it takes up its roots and it moves out of the ground and starts growing on top of the ground. I wish I had somebody. So roots will go down, but when there's an enemy, when there's an impending attack, when there's somebody trying to do this, it picks up its roots and it goes to the top of the ground. Have you ever seen those trees with roots running down all over the place? It's because there was a problem underground. So the tree or the plant itself lifts up its roots out of the ground and move away. So what it's saying is, I will not allow you to destroy me. I will not allow you to choke me. I will not allow you to take control of who I am, what I am, and destroy me. The plants fight for their survival. The plant says that I'm not going to die here. You see, if a plant allows itself to stay intact, it sends off signals, but its signals are not toxic. Its signals are standards. This is how it is here. You cannot fit here. You cannot abide here. But if the enemy or the adjacent flower, plant, grass, tree, determined that it wants to come in, as I aforementioned, this plant says that where sin abound, I am not going to abound. Where evil abound, where an attacker abound, where bad behavior abound, where bad attitudes abound, I will not stay in the same. I will not be associated with it.